Okay, so I want to start off this video by saying I don't want you to have any limiting beliefs as to what you can or cannot do when it comes to seduction, meaning being charismatic. Okay, that's all I mean. You can seduce pretty much anybody. Like, let's say you were in a super dangerous scenario and your life depended on it. You could do it. Like, I believe in you. You could do it. So, there are no limits, really, but these are some people that I just wouldn't, that just don't work, really. Like, when you're trying to seduce, when you're trying to be charismatic, when you're trying to be open, they're just not having it. Okay, so time wasters, basically. Not impossible, but they're going to waste your time. The first one. The first one is people who are dense. People who are socially awkward. Yes, you would think, I know what you're thinking, wouldn't they be easier to, I don't know, wouldn't they be easier to seduce, to have a connection with, put a spell on them, however you want to say it? That's stupid, but no, they're not. Absolutely not. No, because they have, like, just a huge wall up, and they're not open at all. It's kind of, and this is the analogy that I just came up with that I think perfectly describes trying to flirt with a dense person, particularly a man. It's not going to work because it's like a child going up to a dog that is not suitable for children, and the child just comes up to the dog. It's like, oh my gosh, I see this dog, I want to play with it, I'm gonna just start grabbing on its ears and petting it and touching it, and meanwhile the dog is just sitting there like, what is happening? Or maybe the dog gets annoyed and walks up. But what do you think the dog does? Well, the dog is not saying yes to the child's invitation to play. Really, I mean, the child just has an innocent modus operandi, which is, I want to play, I want to have fun, and why won't you have fun with me? And the dog says, no, I'm going to walk away or bite you. Two options, deuces, like, I'm out. And the kid's like, okay, like, that was weird. And the kid goes up to somebody else and plays. That's exactly what I want you to do. Choose somebody else. Now, whether you're platonically seducing, romantically seducing, whatever you're doing, choose somebody else if they are dense or have walls up, anything like that. It's not going to be, you're not going to get the outcome that you want, okay? It's just not going to work. Okay. The second person. The depressed person. I know, it's horrible to say, but people that are depressed, same exact reason as before, they are not going to pick up what you're putting down. No matter how direct you are, they're going to push you away. They're not going to want to do anything fun. They're not going to want to build any sort of connection, superficial or not. They're just not going to want to do it, and it's not worth it. You want to go where somebody is not, they don't have their defenses up, they're open, they're just as open as you are, and they're just as lighthearted, okay? Lighthearted, that's all you're looking for. And most people, you will find, if you're talking to them the right way, they will be lighthearted. But overtly, like, depressed people, no. It's just not going to work to try to seduce them. As a friend, as a partner, whatever, it's not going to work. Don't try, because you're going to waste your time. Okay, so the third thing I want to say, this is not somebody that you can't seduce, but it is so much easier, just a tip, to seduce somebody who is angry at you, who has hatred for you, believe it or not. Now, you can take this as far as you want to. Like, let's say hypothetically you have somebody that wants to kill you. How can you turn that around in your favor? That would be so much easier to work with than working with somebody, believe it or not, who is indifferent towards you. I know. I know what you're thinking. What? Yes. Why? Because you can actually, it's easier to transmute the anger into attraction than it is to transmute something out of nothing. So, that is the final tip I want to leave you with. I know it's vague, but do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. As creepy as that sounds. And you may say, why is this? Why are you saying that can work? Well, we were not emotional beings first. We were primal beings first. So primal instincts will always triumph what somebody feels on an emotional level towards you. Anger is just an emotion. Jealousy is just an emotion. Resentment is just an emotion. So you're ignoring the fact that the greatest tool we have been given to seduce is the knowledge that we are all animals. So that's all I wanted to say for today, and I'll see you in the next one.